I do favor the side of Team BOSSKURR in terms of like team fighting style,
Yep.
early game pressures and stuff like that. But if this game's going to be scaling in towards, late game, I'm looking at Envy right now. They really have a very scary lineup.
And the thing is this, right? And I'm pretty sure Team BOSSKURR will tend to understand that. Or even, no, not just Team BOSSKURR, like even Team Notorious Villains, they're also going to realize as well, we need to survive, we need to farm as much as possible because all of our heroes is literally heavily item dependent. We need to be strong enough to actually go toe-to-toe with them as well, because let's be honest, the minute Team BOSSKURR get actually hit that level 4 force, they're going to be insanely aggressive and try to look for a lot of those team fights. By the way, Aaron, and finally we're going to be jumping into this last game here to see potentially who's going to be taking out this 2-1 here. Will it be Team BOSSKURR or Team Notorious Villains? Ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly find out as we quickly jump into the land of the dawn here to see where blood and sweat has been shed here.
Yes, indeed. And of course, now one last look for this evening here, as this will be the grounds for champions being forged on the land of dawn. Now, Envy moving in alongside with Hua. It's going to be Scarlet out ahead. Of course, I love the changes towards some of these brush as we are looking at the S-brush. Back then it used to be L-shape. So, just a little bit of a pixel update. Definitely giving quality of life.
Yeah, now that's the scary thing about Cecilia, right? He has this ability which is called Bloodbath. It's really great harassing skill, really great at wave clearing the minions as well. It's gonna be really annoying to deal with for the side here of Team Notorious Villains because they are going against the Cecilia here. All he pretty much has to do is just stand at the back there, just constantly spam the Bloodbath as much as possible. And that's literally gonna be quite really huge news for them.
Colia.
But anyway, on the other side here, Colia is going to be trying to dive a little bit because he really wanted to see and just try to delay Sakura as much as possible. Bloodbath is going to be connecting as well. But on the other hand, Katajin a little bit too deep there. Will force the Flicker to actually try to get out of the situation. But this time, Colia is going to be punished as well. As Sakura was not only a level advantage as well, there were just too many teams around it to reinforce and finally will draw first blood here as well.
Kaiserjin slowly getting in towards the top side here, hoping to actually cut the waves and meeting Xian in between. He doesn't really have Firaga armor, so they might actually go in for the dive. Another pause comes right, pretty much outstanding. Ooh!
We're finally back.
We are finally back here in the game.
Really great to be back as well. And also, just like I said as well, you see, they immediately tried to capitalize. They knew they had the advantage in levels. They straight away capitalized as many jungle camp as possible. And just look at Xbox right now. Just look where Xian is going right now. There's no catch way in the farm. He knows his lane is a little bit risky for him to go for. He tried to go for the jungle, but there's nowhere to be found. There's no creep. There's no lane where he can actually try to farm and try to get any opportunity. Fall back and try to see whether he can get some farm towards his mid lane. But when that happens, that literally allows the majority of the team, BOSSKURR, to actually slowly rotate towards that bottom side. Xian will be forced to fall into it literally, but sadly the bat will be literally max range, will secure the deal for him, and Xian will be the one going down.
Of course, the bats is strike him by the edge of the hitbox itself, and now with the Sicilian going towards the bottom side, they don't seem to have enough time to actually go in for that push. So, already 2 kills in the back for Team BOSSKURR. Things are looking pretty for themselves. Of course, in the very early span of the game, now we are at about 3 minutes going into this. Sakura suffering a little bit of that blow as well, while Kaiserjin is just going into, sandwich Colia for a little bit and says, okay, stop touching my teammate. You just got to back off.
Yeah, I mean, it's still also going down into the mix as well. Bless you, by the way. Beautiful divine punishment coming from the side of Zaraki. But that's going to be forcing Hua to use his flicker to get out of that kind of sticky situation. But I can't say the same for Earl, as he will get gunned down by Leia. But same goes for Kaiserjin. He's trying to escape as much as possible. But Prince will just not allow it. But he's chasing Uranus, though. He was always still going to be alive. Will be forced to go back, and suddenly Prince will be trying to go down here. Kaiserjin still alive, even in that kind of situation. I cannot dude, I cannot find an even more demeaning kind of situation than that. Like, you've been hunting this guy literally from the mid lane all the way to the top side, and he still comes back in front of you to try to steal the deal. That's a home run
right there going in for Kaiserjin. I mean,
yeah, dude.
Great attempt, but of course, he can definitely try again. You never, lesson of the day, never chase Uranus.
Yeah, never. Never chase Uranus. But beautiful zoning out by Scott here. Allow them to go with the Tyrant Revenge as well. Going to be catching 2 people, stunning them across the wall. And Leia just going to town, really showing that marksman dominance. And Xian definitely not too far behind in the grave, as Leia is going to be able to secure that double kill and also following up their 2nd tower in this game.
Of course, it's going to be opening a lot more territories for them to just invade inside the jungle. There's going to be very little objectives for them to secure right now. Of course, they are looking to actually punish Prince, knowing for the fact that he did pull off a flicker on this one run. So already expecting a little bit of that sort of push coming in. Kaiser Jin now 1 versus 3. Maybe a little bit too much, but he's still trying to actually run off Last Insanity, but it will not hit as he dodges that bullet right there. Hua's going to be checking on towards the side of Sakura.
Yep.
But NV, they're just going to be loitering around, and Team BOSSKURR has already got quite an advantage in terms of gold.
Yeah, definitely for sure. And that's literally a 5k gold lead as well, followed by 7 kills to top it off. So far, Team NV hasn't really got a first kill for the but Sunday. On the other hand, Zakari is going to be pulling up another beautiful Divine Punch. We're going to be dragging Hua, the Valir, all the way down to a position he really doesn't like. And that's the scary thing, right? I love the fact that Zakari is so prioritizing. His objective is so strong as well, focusing, trying to get rid of the Valir, because you know the Valir is going to be quite a nuisance as well. But coming on the side here, Sakura with the Bloodbath as well, going to be doing quite a amount of damage. Glorious Weapon, including a max range Bloodbath. We'll seal the deal on our deal Helios, even though he was even forced to use the Glorious Path to try to get out alive.
Oh, no.
But still even more, Goof Scott was able to land another kill. Deaths are happening all over the place, and not just that, even more objectives are being getting conquered here. Second tier tower is going to be falling down. Jungle camp is going to be controlled. Now they're slowly pushing towards this 3rd tier tower.
This is by far one of the fastest clears that we did see over in the mid lane. Now we're going down to tier 3s as we're looking at BOSSKURR here already at 6-minute mark, 10-0. Very, very clean, if I really have to point it out to everyone out there. Malaysia trying to actually clear off this bottom side of the tower, while the rest of the team are just trying to secure some room for him just in case if Envy wants to go in for a dive. Same goes to Scott. They definitely will be able to actually have a turtle up available on the top side of River.
Yeah, and also still playing with the time here. I love Zaraki. He has his ult. Yeah, Zaraki currently has his ultimate now. He's definitely really confident. I love the fact that he's really confident trying to see, not only to give information to the team, but see whether he can try to get any engagement. Scott trying to zone him out as much as possible because he's the Kufra. He knows he has quite the amount of damage. But Sakura on the other hand doing so much damage. Sian pushes in. No chance but he commit the ultimate as well. Glorious Path as well. But sadly the turtle on the outside. While this is happening, we see Leia trying to get a kill for himself on the turtle. Even get a double kill as well. 3 members going to be falling on the side here of Team Envy, and they're trying to look for even more.
BOSSKURR now just looking in a fury form. They are furious about, losing out in that game that was supposed to be theirs, and now they're trying to actually claim it away. Hua did flicker off in the right time, as both Scott as well as Hua will be walking out alive with only a tick of health left. But Zaraki is going to be pushing over the mid lane here. 7 minutes on the clock. They are trying to clear everything they can. Oh, Sian putting himself at risk, bringing out that Last Insanity. No more Firaga armor for him.
Yeah, but the thing is just now they have so much control over the map that they have huge amount of levelings as well. And look at Leia, 7-0. 7-0 in the game. Pretty much you can see Scott, he's a frontliner, the initiator, and he hasn't died yet. 2-0, followed by Sakura with 2-0. I mean, that's pretty much like a shirt coming from the Cecilia. None of the members here has died at all with so many clashes against NV. Right now, the thing is, the worst part about it is that because it's still such an early part of the game here, slowly transitioning towards the mid game, they just don't have enough farm. It's a little bit different from the other game as well because the game was slowly being dragged on. But now, Team BOSSKURR, it seems like they really just want to try to end this as soon as possible before they get even an opportunity to come back or even try to build up any items later on.
Seems like the chart is showing us a downwards trajectory over leaning towards the red side, which definitely means that Team BOSSKURR so far very much self-explanatory. 10k difference has been set ever since the previous minute actually. So we've already got 7 towers. Meanwhile, Notorious Villains, yes, they did secure the bottom side, but Team BOSSKURR was just 3 steps ahead of it.
Yeah, still slowly. Turtle's gonna be resurrecting soon. But the thing is, just right now is, even though the turtle is out as well, Leia itself, Lexia itself, he doesn't really need assist as well because he has the amount of damage, he has the amount of levels as well. He can literally solo that turtle with no issue. The only problem right now The only problem right now is that they're just trying to split push all the lanes, trying to push in. By the time that layer comes in, then it's totally fine. But wait, what is going on?
Oh, seems like all the players from the side of Team BOSSKURR is actually not moving that much. I think they do have a little bit more latency issue once again. Meanwhile, over the mid side, we can see a little bit of a merry-go-round by the tower if we really want to, you know, I do think that they do have some sort of lag going on, but they're still going to be bearing with it for a little bit more. But now, of course, with most of all these members knowing the fact that there is an attempt over on towards the Lord, they're still going to go for it. So there we go.
Very fine. Lord is going to be slain as well. Sian is slowly trying to back off. He knows the imminent push that's going to be coming in for the side here of Team BOSSKURR. But whether they're ever going to be holding, it's going to be a totally different story here. The highest level is still going to be their own Link player as well. That's going to be Earls with level 11. Yes, merry-go-round the tower. Slowly celebrating the end of this 2v1. I love the fact that they also like just really chill about it. They know the end. They know imminent push, the imminent end is coming in, but they're still very relaxed about it. Most importantly about these guys when you're playing inside the esports tournament, I know it can be quite stressed, can be quite intense when it comes down to the line, but always important to always have fun while you're doing it.
Yeah, pretty much true. But I do think that Notorious Villains, if they really want to put full effort into its defending this, there is some slight possibilities, but over on the mid side as well as bot side, we are seeing this one erupt with Sam being the first one on the chopping block with Earls just trying to actually hold on, but there's going to be the Lord already knocking on the doors. This is just a 5-man collapse, and they instantly want to take this win. Team BOSSKURR finally ends the day strong with 2-1.
Exceptionally well played coming from Team BOSSKURR, really swift.